Now, your team made a chart that I want to share because
Go for it. Yeah.
I was really impressed with the chart. Can you see my screen?
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'll post this up into the leverage community too. But the organizational chart here that I'm seeing, that I'm showing, is for solo agents. So for small teams, for real estate agents typically. And I'm going to show one too for just businesses in general. Now, this is typically what we see when a real estate agent starts to think about expansion, right? And growth and scaling.
Yep.
So you see they usually hire, my very first hire, Pavel, as an agent was a
TC.
transaction coordinator. That was my very first hire. How about you?
The ISA, the person who was calling and getting me the appointments, and then later I figured out that I need some support to that because there's still a database so I had her sift through the database, pick the leads to call, and that was just taking up a lot of her time. So that's the second person who was actually hired to do the admin work of compiling the database, because she was calling a lot of for sale by owners and expireds and pre-foreclosures. My biggest thing was pre-foreclosures. That's how I was getting my listings.
Dude.
So I needed somebody. Yeah, I needed somebody to go through I trained that person to look for notices of default file with the county, how to do it, how to locate their phone numbers, and how to actually contact them. That was the biggest actually thing. But then once the business kind of like picked up where there was more volume, then I hired a TC to handle that.
All right. That makes sense, dude. You took a slightly different approach than I did, which is kind of cool, right? Because we both ended up being successful in real estate. Yeah. You took the lead gen route first, right? This site.
I did. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I took the support staff first, right?
Support staff. Yeah.
But you know what? If I had to do it over again, I would probably start here because I would have been able to scale much faster. It took me a little while longer.
Or marketing manager. Actually, marketing manager, that's probably what I would have done right now as the freshly started realtor. I would probably get somebody who will help me with the marketing. I think that's where a lot of agents kind of suck. So, all
right. So Jim Mater, what's up, Jim? I didn't know you were on here. Jim, I connected you with Pavel like a couple of months ago, I think. And he says my first hire was a TC.
Hey, Jim. Yeah.
And just hired my first VA in May, and she is awesome. Oh yeah, there you go. 2 months ago. Thank you, Virtudesk. I couldn't be happier. That's awesome, Jim. We love you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
We love you. And so, look, for me, TC was the first. Then I expanded from there, and I said I'm going to get an admin. I hired an admin in-house, and then my third hire was a lead coordinator. But I hadn't read Tim Ferriss's book yet, so my lead coordinator was in-house as well. I think it was a year later that I finally read the book, and I was like, I can do this in another country and save money, right? So I was like, let's try this. And so I did. And then my fourth hire was somebody to take care of my database. And like I said, I messed that up big time, but I didn't stop. I'm like, you know what? I'll try it again. I tried it again a third time because the second time I still screwed it up, Pavel. And the third time was a charm. She's still with me, by the way. She helps me run Lab Code Agents. And I transferred her from real estate to the back end of consumer real estate, right? So she's awesome. And she took care of the database. She's an amazing, amazing human being. And then from there, I'm like, okay, I got this. This makes sense. I can duplicate this. I just needed to train better, and I needed to communicate better. I just needed to be a better leader and trainer.